steps into it. Pass is caught. Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown! Unbelievable! Vikings win it!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of, that's right, your favorite weekly sports podcast show. This is Sideline Banter, and I am your host, Cooper Pose. Join with me, as always, we got Weston Murphy in the other chair, and we got the man behind the camera, the man who brings us to your guys' homes, your living rooms, your Apple AirPods, your Beats Pros, and hey, maybe you're still a Skull Candy guy. Who knows?
Dude, shouting out all these brands. Like, we got affiliates here, dude. We need the headphones. People.
Spencer Steinke, the producer behind the camera.
Ooh.
Spencer Steinke.
Never heard of him.
Spencer Steinke.
Lakers hat on, shit. As always.
Yeah, Spence, before we jump into it, how you
We're
feeling?
in the playoffs.
How you feeling? Big dub. As for those of you who don't know, Spencer is a LA fan.
Oh, no, they know by now.
Big LA fan.
Never been to Cali, but he's an LA fan.
He used to live there. I was born there.
Spence, how are we feeling today?
Oh, I feel great, dude. I mean, the game was a little bit shaky here and there,
Very
but
shaky.
just an off night.
Very shaky.
But no, I feel
They
good.
literally gave away the game. They wanted
A couple
to lose.
times. No, I completely agree.
That fourth quarter was
Fourth quarter was so sloppy.
Fourth quarter was kind of exciting, though. You know?
It was exciting, but it was sloppy
It
as
was
fuck.
frustrating watching the Timberwolves literally just lay
Can't
a
shoot for
fat
fucking
egg.
5 minutes.
Anthony Edwards?
Oh, he was
That wasn't the guy I saw.
Yeah,
fucking
no, that
shut
was-
down. What's his name?
Did you see the guy in the movie?
Bo, yeah.
Did you see what he tweeted literally yesterday before the game?
Who, Anthony?
He said I shine. He said I play best when the lights are shining bright on me or whatever. Like literally before the game. It was bad.
Bummer, bro.
It was-
I was never one of those people to like talk shit before I went out and played or like hype myself up like that. Like, dude, because when you lay an egg like that, you just have an off day by whatever chance. You look like a fucking dumbass.
trying to
And you
find
got
it.
receipts on your ass.
Yeah, dude, he couldn't get anything going. Only like,
for 9 from 3.
oh, dude, I think he missed 11 shots, like 11 field goals or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying
That's
to find
crazy.
it. It was, dude. It's actually hilarious if he didn't delete it.
Dude,
And they needed him big time. I mean, they were there down the stretch if they got more scoring.
Conley was getting it done, which was kind of surprising. He's old as fuck.
Dude, Cat was eating, luckily.
Yeah, Cat was eating.
Oh yeah, he deleted it. It's gone.
He did?
It's gone. Because I saw it today.
Damn.
I saw it today. It was literally something like, don't they know I shine? Don't they know I'm at my best when the bright lights shine brightest on me or whatever? Some weird like quote, and he did like hashtag like true or some shit.
Poor guy.
Yeah, and some
Put up
I
9
saw
points and had to get that shit off his fucking
he probably
phone
deleted
ASAP.
it. He probably deleted it because somebody quoted it with his stat line from the game.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was like 2 of 9, like
Yeah, you
4 or
gotta-
5 points.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, it was bad. It was not good.
Yeah, that fourth quarter was really bad, and we honestly didn't even need to go to overtime. I don't know why AD was chasing. I think it was Conley or.
Bro, and literally it was Conley, but the commentators literally during the game, during that last possession, they were even saying, they were like, you got to make sure nobody fouls, no fouls on the 3-point line, and of course,
Dude, literally.
of course, of
Stupid,
everybody who does it, probably the most controversial player on that team in terms of status, Anthony Davis gets the foul on Conley. So
Antonio Davies?
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it was just an off night. We've been
Anthony
playing
Davis?
pretty well through the last half of the season, so I'm hopeful for this playoff push.
you did. I was texting Spencer during the game.
Bro,
And he
Tayshaun
did-
Prince should have just knocked down that 3, bro. He bricked the fucking 3
That
to
was-
tie
that
the
was
game.
pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
but he was hot all game. They can't.
A big fat brick,
He was
though.
hot all game.
That went into overtime. Give me the Wolves.
But I was texting
A
Spencer
second
during the
overtime?
game.
Is that what you're saying? It
Oh,
did go
was
in
it?
overtime.
Yeah, okay, yeah, second.
I was texting Spencer during the game because they were down 15 at one point with like 2.5 minutes left in the third, and he was like, "Their second half team. I'm not worried. And
The whole time, dude.
the whole
Big
time.
The whole second half of the season, we get fucking wrecked in the first half. I mean, I think the Mavs game we were down like 30 points or something like that, and we came back and won the game.
Yeah, that was a little too.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, as you guys know, I'm sure it's really crazy. The Lakers make the playoffs, so I think they had a 0.3% chance of making it. So I saw a fucking tweet, of course, by one of your fucking ass fans. He's 0.3% chance of making the playoffs going to make this championship taste that much sweeter.
If it's Lake Show, yo, that account is so fucking cringy.
I don't know.
That account is funny though.
It's funny, but it's so obnoxiously in your face.
Yeah, can we talk about D'Lo though?
I don't really like the representation from him.
D'Lo,
Whoever runs that account.
Left-handed.
D'Lo went 1 for 9 last night.
Yeah, D'Lo was
That's
cold.
bad, dude.
And gave up that steal. I mean, that pass, the inbound was going to him. It was
There
a
was
bad
a
pass.
couple inbound passes that were really fucking bad.
Honestly, the whole team outside of Braun and
Bro, Braun's fire,
outside
though.
of Braun
30,
and
10, and 6?
yeah, outside of Braun,
He went crazy, and then who was it? Not Vandy. Vandy had a good defensive game, but
Got to be encouraged by Braun's
Rui
performances. Down the
Rui
stretch.
Hachimura was pretty good.
He had some fucking really timely fouls and timely turnover, though. He's a young guy. He might not be a good
Schroeder,
person
21
down the
points
stretch.
coming off the bench.
Schroeder, that's who it
Schroeder
was.
was the one
Yeah,
that
Schroeder
went
went
off.
crazy.
He did go crazy. That honestly, bro, that 3 that he shot at the end, I was kind of, when Braun gave it up, I was kind of like, oh
No,
my God.
I saw it, dude. I saw it the whole time. I was like, I fucking knew too. I was like, I bet you Braun doesn't take the shot. He's gonna go in and run and then dish it out.
Oh, I respect it. I mean, everybody had to know. Even on the broadcast, they were saying Braun's taking this shot. Like it's 90. It's probably a 90% chance every time in that situation Braun is taking the shot.
He has the ball. Not that he's taking the shot. He has the ball because he made
you're right.
he made the right
That's when
play.
they convert.
He made the right play because dude, Schroeder was so fucking
100%
open.
of the time he's
He
taking
was
the ball up
wide
in that
open.
situation.
It was crazy.
Yeah, because that's the thing that we used to always look at back in the day. It was just like we would get mad at Braun for not being able to like finish games, but he would just get tripled at the end and have to fucking kick it, and nobody would ever knock down a shot.
That's what happened last night too. Literally, he was swarmed like immediately around the basket.
Yeah.
But the Kings coming into form as down the stretch for the playoffs. I think it's gonna be interesting.
I love Braun, man. He's so good.
Hey, fingers crossed. We're all hoping here as a
him.
show that Lakers knock out Grizzlies because fuck them Grizzlies, bruh.
Before we continue, though,
Honestly, I hate all of them.
before we continue, don't forget to follow us at _Sideline Banter on Instagram and Twitter, at Sideline Banter on YouTube. New episodes every Thursday at 8 a.m. Catch us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, or anywhere that you listen to podcasts.
Hey, catch us on Instagram and Twitter as well, @_.
I said that. That's what I let off with.
Hey.
But hey, it doesn't matter. You can still catch us on Instagram and Twitter at _Sideline Banter. So
Hey, we also switched the show up for you guys a little bit this week. Didn't do sweeping the socials.
yeah, no sleeping.
Have a nice, calm, sensual episode where we just Coop talking to your ear real smoothly. You know, we're relaxing tonight.
Oh, slow down, baby.
Yeah, just a little slow episode.
Oh, I really hope if somebody can tell me what that's from, what I just quoted, who isn't like a family member of mine because we watch that movie a ton, you can come on the pod.
Oh,
What I just said, what I just whispered into the mic. Oh, slow down, baby. Do you know what that's from? I'll tell you at the end. You'll know. But
yeah. What are we gonna do tonight? Go
yeah,
ahead.
tonight's gonna be a pretty smooth episode, like Weston said. No sleeping. You know, the content's a little dry this week, but we got some NBA playoffs to talk about, some NFL news.
Yeah, little MMA recap from last week's episode.
from last week. You know, with the draft coming up,
Yeah, we're gonna get it popping for the
we
draft.
are going to do our own
Mock
draft, which the draft is what, in 2 weeks? So the Wednesday before that Thursday of round 1, we will be releasing an episode of our own mock draft.
picks.
Sideline Banter mock draft. So
Yes, sir.
still contemplating if we're going to go live maybe or not. But we'll see. Should be a good time. But yeah, no, we got a good amount of stuff to talk about tonight. NBA playoffs are right around the corner. I mean, they're not even around the corner. The NBA playoffs are here. These play-in games, the way that they have formatted them, feel like playoff games. I mean, they essentially are playoff games.
NBA playoffs hit different, bro.
They honestly, they really.
got a
It's
reason to
the
watch,
NBA
man.
wild card. I mean, it's just like everything else,
right?
you know.
You're right. The
I
wild card
wish there was
season's
a
always the
way.
best.
I wish there was a way for NFL to implement something like this into. But I mean,
Super wild card weekend.
no. But I mean, like.
Super wild card
you
weekend.
are
Because
right.
it is a play-in
They
tournament.
do
It's
have
not just
wild
like
card.
a one and done
yeah.
kind of game.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
like, you know, there's two
Basketball
games.
has to be a tournament format if
Yeah.
you're gonna have 7 games
I think
in the
that's
playoff
what it is.
series.
That's the unfortunate thing with football. I feel like
You can't
every
play
You can't,
games.
you can't, right? You can't play 2 games in a week.
2 extra games for a team going into the playoffs. That team is going to be such disadvantaged like, for the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's just how it is with football. We always forget about that, and every year, like when March Madness comes around, NBA playoffs come around, you're always like, oh, I wish there was some way that NFL could prolong the season.
Even MLB
is more games.
Even MLB has their wild cards. I think are a best of 3. So I mean, they can do that though. They play 2 games in a day.
Did you say MLB?
MLB, yeah.
MLB wild card is best 2 out of 3. But
and then they go 5, 4, or 3 out of 5, and then 5 out of 7.
Yep.
Yeah, which I honestly always was kind of a fan of.
Yeah, it's cool.
You would think though with baseball, like considering they don't do much, they would be 7-game series. It would be a 7-game series every time.
Yeah, but it's just it's kind of defeats the purpose though, because you only got 5 starting pitchers. I want to see the same pitcher.
I guess you're right.
In a series.
I guess you're right. See, I don't know
sense.
baseball too much. I've been trying to get into baseball a little bit this year because the Pirates are kind of decent.
Bro, I think we can actually do it because the games are short now. The game,
that's true. Yeah, with the pitch clock is a lot different.
They average 2 hours and 30 minutes, and there's been several games this year under 2 hours. Pretty encouraging.
That is pretty crazy.
I saw there's been like a lot of games actually that have been like hour and a half. Yeah. Which, dude, if I was a diehard baseball fan, I don't think I'd like that. I'd hate that.
I
don't know. It's not so bad. There's 162 games in a season, so
yeah.
I mean, you have enough content like throughout the whole season.
You do. I just don't care enough.
See, and that's what I think it is. I think it's because there are so many games. It's like...
I heard a point about it today. It's like, even, I think it was Jet Passon on the Pat Show. He was like, even the best team in each conference is going to lose 50 games a year. So it's just like, it's not like every game means as much in the NFL where we have 18 games and we're fucking
every game.
Raging if we lose.
Every game in the NFL matters.
Exactly.
Like every game in the NFL matters.
That makes sense. And, I mean, it's also, there's a designated day. You know, it's all, Sunday, only football. That's all you're doing. I mean, honestly, maybe you're going to church, but
Friday through Sunday in America is dedicated to football.
Yeah,
you got high school football, and then you got college,
and
you got NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, even basketball to a point, like, games don't matter. But after the All-Star break is when, like, games are like, okay,
that's true.
The last, like, what is it? Because after the All-Star break, there's 15 games left. Each team has 15 games or something around there. All those games matter. Like, baseball, there's so many games. Like,
that's why I wish the season could get reduced and they could make the games mean more. But
for what, NBA?
No.
MLB,
yeah. Like if it could be 80,
see, and that's what
80 games instead of 160.
That's what I've never understood. Why do they play so many games?
There's got to be a reason.
Like,
their contracts are fat as shit. So I think just because baseball,
they don't have a salary cap.
Yeah,
there's no salary cap in baseball.
As physically demanding, and I think it's
they can't play a ton of games.
Probably more conducive to ownership to have more games because baseball is so easy. Like
sell. Like
not sell, but there's no upkeep. Like there's no injured players every week. There's no stadium upkeep. There's no grass that you really have to tend to. Like you can have. The reason they do have 162 games is because they can.
I mean, even when I could be completely wrong here, but even like when it rains too much, they don't even play, right?
Yeah,
like they call the games.
I mean, sometimes, but part of that's just because it's a hazard because lightning and not supposed to be out there. Rain.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like even like as soon as it starts,
big pause.
As soon as it starts raining, too bad. Like the game's done. Like they might call it. Like
well, that's because they can just play like Spencer referenced a doubleheader in one day and play two. But I thought it was funny too. I was watching Sopranos last night, and I was there's an episode where he flies to Italy, and his wife's all mad because he didn't take him or whatever, and he's like. She was talking about how he took another trip and they didn't get to go, and he was just like, I told you it was football season. It's our busiest season of the year, because he's obviously like a loan shark and shit. And I'm just like, wow, even back then in the 90s when gambling was not even legal and straight, like people were not skipping out nothing for football season. Well, he's in the mafia, so that's one of their incomes.
Like, I was gonna say, he's like, but what does he tell his wife that he does? Like,
well, she knows.
Does she knows that he's.
Yeah,
because I started watching it and then I just haven't gotten back onto it. I don't know why.
Yeah, she knows.
I think because you got me on Survivor, so I've like went super hardcore on Survivor.
Crazy.
The family doesn't know though, right? Like,
They learn in the first
I assumed
twos.
eventually they do learn. Like, it's obvious that they learn at some point.
Yeah, it's funny. The daughter knows first, and then she like pulls up. It's so funny because she pulls up like on a 90s computer, early 2000s computer, and it's like a MySpace page of like the mafia with like cheesy clip art graphics and like sound effects and shit of like the mafia.
God,
and then it has like
MySpace.
John Gotti type shit.
I wish I
like,
could see my MySpace.
and she shows it to the brother, and that he gets
Dude,
like all
MySpace
scared.
was kind of ahead of its time, no?
The first of its kind.
Like, you could put music on your page.
Oh, dude, that shit was fire.
Dude, that was
I
lit.
never could
You
have
had a little
one. My
playlist
parents-
that started immediately once you got on there.
My parents, I tried to get a Facebook, and they're like, no, MySpace. I think because at the time, MySpace was like only kind of like younger kids at that point, where Facebook was more adult. So I don't know if maybe kids, because like we all had it. Me, Connor, Mikey, like AJ, like all of us, all the cousins, like
My parents did not let
we
me
all
have
had
that shit.
MySpace. My MySpace was so cringy. I had the famous footwear like background like paste on there, dude. It was sick. Like,
I do remember going on people's show and like the music was
Yeah,
cool.
as soon
like
as
why
you
can't
open
you
the
do that
page, it
now? I
just
feel like
started.
that's such a cool feature. Like
Yeah.
that would be sick to like put
Yeah,
on your
just
Instagram
showcase
or
like your music interests at
even
that
Twitter,
time,
like-
you know? Whatever you're into. It's kind of
Yeah,
sick.
did you know that you could do that on MySpace?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was sick.
I used to go to my friend's house and like go on the computer. I just didn't have one.
I tried to get on-
actually maybe made one. But
I tried to get on my MySpace not too long ago, like 2 or 3 months ago, and I like tried to do the remember my password thing, and I tried to see if I could reset it, and it wouldn't let me. So I just literally for like, I'm not kidding, like 45 minutes, just trying to guess whatever password I could have maybe had back then, and I just couldn't even get close to it. But back off of MySpace.
yeah, let's talk about UFC 287.
Yeah, let's get on the fights, huh? Fights were fantastic.
Yeah, so we obviously had Carlo on to preview UFC 287. We made all of our picks and everything. If you didn't watch last week's episode, go ahead and get on it because it was a spicy boy. We definitely.
Whoa, before. Got out them sugar schools, huh? Them Tucson sugar schools?
Hey, I was getting to it. Yeah, I was
Okay.
going to tell him. So me and Cooper on Saturday, we definitely knew what was good. We had to watch these fights at any cost necessary, but we got invited to go to our close homie, MJ Harris. Shout out. Tucson Sugar School's wide receiver, number 3. You had a really, really big game in Phoenix at the Sun Stadium.
2 tutties.
Yeah,
Two of 'em.
against the fucking AZ Rattlers, the legendary arena football team that everybody knows about here in Arizona. Tucson Sugar Skulls came up, and yeah, MJ had 2 tutties in his little Rattlers.
Debut.
Yeah, little Rattlers saga debut. They played a game last week, and he had 0 catches off of like I think 2 targets, and came in and had like I want to say probably 8 to 10 targets.
We're
and
targeting him a lot.
hella, and he had 2 tutties, bro. Fucking
Fire.
feels good, and it was
Oh,
the first
yeah.
time ever that the Sugar Skulls have ever beat the Rattlers.
I will say this: I will definitely go back to an arena football game. It was pretty late.
It was electric,
actually super
bro.
late.
We should all
Our tickets
get-
were like what, $50?
Yeah, $50-$40 for good
Our seats were pretty solid too.
Yeah, and you could definitely get drunk there with the boys
Oh,
and
yeah.
have a fucking time.
It was actually really sick. The fans there though they're crazy. They take that shit way too seriously.
Yeah, me and Cooper were even talking about it, bro. It was wild. Like, I didn't know that there was like a space where there was people that were just so dedicated and fans of Arena Football League. Like, walking in that bitch, there's hella people in teal shirts with teal
Jerseys.
hats, jerseys. Yeah, even Coop. I thought it was funny when he said he went to the bathroom and heard like
Yeah,
people
dude.
bantering
They
over
were like upset.
quarterback play, like that, like they were
This
really
guy literally
dedicated
was-
to the team winning, and this guy, like,
These guys were waiting in line, and it was halftime, and they were talking about like what the team needed to do, and this guy was literally like, the receivers aren't giving enough effort. They got to help the quarterback out there. And I was waiting in line.
That sounds
bro.
like high school football.
I was
It's
waiting in
like-
line, and I was like, do these people even watch NFL? Like,
yeah,
do
it's
they know
crazy.
it exists? Like, come on,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But it was the home opener. It
People
was
getting
pretty
in
packed.
fights, like
Yeah, dude, there's
it was
mad
nuts.
chirping, bro, like
Like
That's
Sugar School
fucking
fans and Rattler
nuts.
fans, like getting in fights, like
beefing.
Why? Where the sugar school or
they're
schools?
from Tucson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I guess it's like in-state rivalry,
Yeah.
like ASU, U of A type
Like a
shit.
territorial
These
cup.
like fans were like yelling at the official for like,
Hella.
dude, like it was crazy. Shout out the Rattlers fans, because obviously, if you're an Arizona sports fan in general, your life isn't that great when it comes to sports.
Rattlers are very successful.
Rattlers are very successful, so shout out to them. They're probably, they lost to a team they shouldn't have lost to. Maybe it's the end of a dynasty.
Yeah, dude. Maybe Sugar Skulls are here to play.
That
Either way-
quarterback did not look good.
No, he
That
did
quarterback
not.
did not look good. I know I'm not much of a quarterback guy myself, but I could tell that guy was not. Playing arena football, though, is probably tough. It's got to be tough.
Looks fun.
It does look super fun. Weston, I'm pretty confident could go out there and spin the rock a lot
looks
better than that guy.
fun.
But I'm saying, like, playing in that atmosphere, playing in that, like, that setup has to be so difficult. Like, there was a couple throws that I noticed, like, trying to throw back corner end zone, like, I feel like you can't even almost, like, once you get to a certain point in the field, you can't, like, throw it up. Like, you can't lob it up. Like,
It's different, though. Like, a quarterback with a lot of arm strength, bro, that's just, like, a little playground field. Like, that's shit that you love to do.
and
Like,
that's what I feel like the Rattlers quarterback was kind of trying to play like, and he didn't have it.
sometimes you got it, sometimes
Didn't
you
have
don't.
it. He didn't have it.
Especially with that kind of play where you're moving outside the pocket and trying to buy time and just find a...
It was fun. It was
It's
electric.
backyard football, pretty much.
It was electric. I will be going back to an arena football game
Yeah,
for sure.
shout out MJ, bro. Keep putting on for the city, dude. Keep getting your money, and hopefully, I mean, they told us that Arena Football League is now partnered with the XFL, so they can get brought up almost like a minor major league
Yeah, I'm
situation.
gonna confirm that actually.
Oh,
real
that's
quick.
tight.
So hopefully MJ gets called up to play on one of these XFL teams in the future and get some little camera time on the big screen, bro. That'd be fire. So then we can really have an XFL team for Sideline Banter.
Yeah,
Hey,
they are. XFL and IFL announced player personnel partnership.
fire. Hey, drop something in the comments if you want MJ Harris to come on here and talk about his experience and journey into the Arena Football League so far. That'd be cool. Get MJ on to
Would be sick.
talk some football. But yeah, let's talk about the fights.
Yeah, let's talk about the fights. We were trying to beat. We were multitasking at this game. We were watching the fights and we were watching the football game.
Watching the fights on our phone, which they had great internet.
Great service. Shout out Footprint. Shout out Footprint.
Footprint was rocking, honestly. We had the game or the fights going while we were watching the game. Get out just in time for the Masvidal. He's about to fucking get called up. And we're like, where are we going to watch the game? We got bodies. Like, there's nowhere around here that's going to get us
Yeah,
in
there was
very
probably
quick.
like 12 of us.
Yeah, it was
rolling
a
deep.
Saturday night, so we were like, fuck, like the bars are going to be packed, right? And then we get out of Footprint, and we're like, I spotted it. I'm not going to lie. I kind of came in clutch. I said, what about the sports book? Fucking walking
It was
distance,
clutch.
about 20 fucking yards. FanDuel Sportsbook, no free promo. We went in there, and it was a great atmosphere to watch the fights. They were packed up. We could definitely
was
sit
lit.
down, but we stood up in that
I will also
bitch.
be back to the FanDuel. I will be back to the FanDuel Sportsbook for sure.
Yeah, for the fights. It
Won't
was
be betting, but I will be back for the fights.
Hey, Kyle hit a nasty bet, bro. He
did.
hit
Actually, he
Adesanya
did.
knockout in the last minute.
Oh,
He did
$10 for
last
70.
minute of any
that's
round.
fire.
Yeah, of any round. That's a super fire
It was
bet.
plus 700. I was
Last
wondering
minute
why,
of any round.
I was wondering
Wow.
why because it ended in the first or second or third.
Second.
During the in the first round, they were like yelling at Kyle because he wasn't paying attention. They were like last minute, and then they did it during the second round too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the fights were fantastic. Honestly, all the fights at least
Yeah,
I saw.
it was a great card.
It honestly was a great card.
Like the John Jones one, super hype going into it, but it wasn't as satisfying, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
it was cool to see John Jones win quickly, but
not really. I
you
would
didn't
rather
really get to
fight.
see him display anything else. It was just
But
like,
outside of that, the card was still pretty solid. I would say the John Jones one. But what I was gonna say is, UFC has been putting on this year. All the cards
show.
have been fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
they've just seemingly been getting better and better, honestly. The rivalries within the UFC and just all of the stories and whatnot now. Like, there's just so many, like, beefs, especially at the top of each division. There's a lot of new up-and-comers, and there's a lot of solidified guys that are, honestly, defending their belt in some cases, like Adesanya, who got it back. And then there's other people like Usman, who just can't seem to get it back from Edwards. And then, like, I don't know. There's just a lot of shit that's going on within the UFC that's pushing them to make these cards that are really, really smacking.
yeah, Peter Yan's gone. Not the same
Piotrs,
guy.
Yeah, not the same. That's a quote from Hasbulla himself.
Who's next? Who's the next big card? It's Triple C, right? The next like big.
Yeah. I think it's Aljo and Henry Cejudo. Yeah, that's gonna be the biggest
In
one.
beginning of May, right?
Yeah, beginning of May. That's the next big one. And then the next one just got announced too. Hamza is fighting. Did you guys see that? Who is it? It just got announced.
Did you see that? Did you see the next Jake Paul fight?
Jake
Diaz?
Paul versus Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz
What?
is- yeah.
Got confirmed today.
Wow.
Jake Paul's gonna win. Diaz is gonna be just like what's his name? Why am I forgetting his fucking name?
Anderson Silva
Flying kick. No,
Ben Askren?
Yeah, he's gonna be just like Ben, and he's just gonna get a bag. I can't imagine that Nate Diaz would want to lose, but
I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be just like that. I don't think he'd lose as easy as Ben Askren.
let's talk about. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm
Vince.
thinking of Nate. Yeah. I don't think he's as bad of a striker as Ben Askren.
No, I just think because he's so
or
old.
like, I don't think he'd sell like Ben Askren, because I think the Ben Askren one was rigged. I don't think
I
Nate
think
Diaz
they're
would
all
sell
rigged,
like that.
honestly.
They might be, but
I think a lot of them are rigged. How are these guys losing to Jake Paul? I know he's like a multimillionaire and has the money to
I
get
don't
it.
think he's a terrible fighter.
To get it, but I don't think he's a terrible fighter either.
Like, I think he's pretty good, but yeah, it's surprising like guys like Anderson Silva.
I think his money has paid for how good of a fighter he is. That's why I definitely feel like some of these fights are like legit, but like the Woodley fight to me, I feel like was rigged. The video where like they show him like clearly ducking into the punch, like
Yeah.
you said it. You said it last week. Ben Askren looked like so out of shape and looked like he didn't really even want to fight. Like
No, he was smiling, walking away, fucking
Wanted that
holding his
check.
wife.
but I don't know if you want to talk
Holloway
about
fights this weekend though, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah, that's a good one.
who does.
Holloway. Max
yeah.
Holloway.
I don't know if there's any fight specifically you want to talk about. I definitely want to jump on the Adesanya fight. Hurt.
Please leave the camera alone. Sorry about
He's
that.
licking the camera.
Licking mood.
Were you talking about Nunes Pena that got announced?
Oh, that did get announced
No,
too.
Hamzat Paulo Costa.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh, that's actually gonna be good. Is that a
right.
fight night?
probably. I think that's big enough to be a main.
I don't think that'd be a main. Maybe like a co-main.
It got announced for it's a while from now, but it's
October?
yeah, I think so.
Um,
That's a good one though.
But yeah, I don't know if there's any fight. I know you are more the UFC guy than I am, so I know there's probably some fights we want to talk about. I do want to talk about the Izzy fight.
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess we can
Let's
just
take
go
it away.
through them. We picked. I mean, most of us on the show, I think 3-1 picked Kelvin Gastelum over Chris Curtis, and Gastelum ended up getting the win, and he looked pretty damn good. He got fight of the night, got the bonus, went to decision, but it was a unanimous decision, and Kelvin Gastelum might be back. So definitely something to watch out for. Chris Curtis was really upset after the fight about his loss. He was talking shit for most of the fight.
Really, I didn't see it.
Yeah, he was definitely pissed. So I don't know. A lot of people were trashing Chris Curtis, and he kind of was clapping back online, saying they don't know the fight game, they don't know the situation, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see if this is kind of the start of the demise for Chris Curtis, who has a lot of fights under his belt right now.
I was gonna say he's got like what? He's got like 50 fights under his belt now.
He's high 30s. That might have been his 40th fight in the or in
his
professionally, yeah. But we'll see Kelvin move up in the rankings for middleweight from 15. He's definitely going to go up, and Chris Curtis might stay where he is or go down, maybe fall out of the top. He's definitely going to be out of the top 15. But I don't know. That was an interesting one, but more interesting enough, I think we should talk about Raul Rosas, 17-year-old, gets punked, bro. Christian Rodriguez. I don't know if you watched any of that fight or remember it, but
Dude, Rojas, I thought was going to have him at the beginning. Yeah, he
it
had
did
that
look
choke.
promising,
It did
huh?
look like first round that he was gonna get the victory.
Yeah,
I thought
Looked
so.
like he was gonna do it the exact same way he did it in the last fight.
Yeah, he did. He got on his back again and honestly tried taking his neck over and over. Great defense by Christian Rodriguez, but the rest of the fight was bullshit, bro. This fucking pussy would just shoot every other fucking they didn't even throw damn near for like 2 rounds because all Christian could do is defend the takedown, and all Raul would do is shoot. Like,
Yeah, I'm curious when we'll see him again. If like Dana will give him a break or like maybe put him on like a fight night. Maybe this was too early to put him on a stage like this. Not saying that he didn't perform well.
well, we see what he's made of now. He
Yeah.
fights an unranked opponent, and he didn't even mop with him. So like, he lost by decision. Like, ultimately, he's not ready for it right now. But
I'm
like, bro,
saying.
he's 18, right? Like, Sean, I don't know if you saw did you see what Sean said today?
Oh no.
Sean said that Raul just needs to take 2 years off and go become a man, like lift and grind. Because
Sean-
O'Malley.
Oh, okay.
He says right now he's not going to be able to compete in the division, but dude, he's so young. Like, just you have the skills now. Go become a dog.
Now that I
Like,
think about it, that's something we never talked about. We have consistently talked about his cardio and how since he's so young, he's going to be able to keep up with a lot of these guys.
yeah, but
we
what about
haven't-
his strength?
Yeah,
huh?
his strength. We have not talked about that, and that is honestly a great point.
I mean, ultimately, I think we saw that his strength came into play and was a liability in this fight because he consistently tried to take down a non-grappler who defended very, very well.
Yeah.
And consistently tried to choke him out as well. And he defended it. He got out. He got out with wrist control. He was able to squirm out of multiple rear naked attempts. So, like, that shows that Raul isn't as dominant as he gave on to start his career. Obviously, very, very hot start. But I don't think we'll see him on a main card again for a little bit. I think the hype train has definitely died. I think Dana will still use him.
That's what I'm saying. He'll probably be on
needed.
fight nights and stuff, I bet.
Fight nights, I think. It won't surprise me if he's on the Moreno Pantoja card whenever they fight in Mexico. For
That
the
is the one that
championship.
got announced.
So,
That one's probably closer to the end of the year, though, huh?
yeah, for sure. But Raul's definitely going to fight on that card. Is what
You think?
my suspicion. They're going to have. It's going to be a Mexican loaded fight or card for that one. So that one.
Spence?
What?
Are they getting you on there?
No.
Oh.
I got no fight
I
experience.
thought you were fighting, what's his name?
That's gotta be.
Tao.
Pavlovich.
Huh?
Hi.
Tai. Tao.
Tuivasa.
I was going to say Tua, and then I was like,
Oh,
I know
Tua
it's not his name.
Taivasa?
Hi Tuivasa.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Tua.
So I don't know. I'm personally happy that Raul lost. I was getting
don't pay
really
any
annoyed
mind
of
to
his
him.
ugly ass, and I'm not a fan of his. So I was kind of happy to see him.
I honestly don't pay too much attention to him.
I
know he's very hated because he's annoying and, like,
He sucks shit at talking trash.
he
The MMA community too is done with him, bro. I saw today one of their pages on Twitter posted the fight we all really want, and it was Raul just next to fucking Francis. And I showed it to Justin at work because we always just like find funny shit and turn our computer screen so the other one could see it. And bro, he just looked at it and said, "Oh fuck!" And I was like, "Yeah, could you imagine, bro? Just
That would be bad.
Francis teeing off on Raul."
That would not be good.
I would pay to watch that. I'd pay $150 pay per view to watch that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't pay $150, but
Wow, I just saved myself $150.
Is that the shoe cleaner guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So far.
You've been saying that since you got home, and I saw his video today where he cleaned he cleaned a pair of threes that were like sitting on the side of the road.
Oh, that's the original video, The Forest?
No, they were a pair of threes.
Oh well, yeah.
They were the shattered backboards, I think. I don't know, but they were
shattered backboards are not.
Or no,
Those
they
are
were.
ones.
They were fucking the cements, whatever the hell.
White
Dude, you know
cements?
I don't know shoes. Yeah, the white cements.
We're testing his claims right now. Wow, I
dude,
just saved myself
They're like
$150.
full on. They were definitely threes. They were 1,000% threes.
The original video, he cleans Union Force.
Yeah, dude, and he like literally completely.
He's nice.
He revamped these. Like he painted them and everything, bro. I was
Some
like,
people don't
what?
believe that it's real. Like people think that he gets the dirty pair and then goes buys a new one because they
No,
always look
dude,
so
the
good.
video that I saw today, like you could tell that they were still like the dirty pair because of the creases on them, but they looked fucking brand new.
Bro, I saw him the other day. One of his videos, he went to fucking Ross or Goodwill and found those Gucci sneakers that Mike has, not the glitter ones,
Oh, I know you're talking
I know
about.
what you're
like
talking
the
about.
Gucci ones with the bees on them.
Yeah.
Fucking white leather and literally made them look brand new. I was like, damn.
You
that's
got them
cool.
at where? Ross?
Yeah, they were like it wasn't Ross. It was like
Some kind of bins.
It's like Goodwill?
yeah, like a bin. Yeah.
Bro, I wish. That'd be
Brought
so
'em back.
sick.
I was like, damn, that's a finesse. You saved
It
yourself.
is.
Wow. $800.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, those are more expensive than that.
Shit.
Shout out that guy. Come on the pod. Show us how to clean shoes. That'd be lit. And how to do that.
Yeah, let's get him and the cranberry juice guy, huh?
That guy's big time. Ghostface OG dog or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He got his own weed now. Just from that.
Yeah, his
Jesus.
dog face, I think.
Yeah, Dogface OG or whatever. Yeah. All right, let's talk about the next fight because this one was really, really good as well. I was definitely glued to the phone because Kevin Holland put on a striking masterclass against Santiago
Yeah, this was the
Ponzinibbio.
one that I missed.
Spencer Ponzinibbio.
Spencer. No, I think we talked about this last week with Carlo. Just the type of fighter Ponzinibbio is. He likes to close distance, rough up in there, and kind of beat you up in the clinch. He's definitely bigger and stronger than Kevin Holland. So that's what we thought that he needed to do. And obviously, I think we also mentioned last week, if Kevin Holland wants to win, he's got to keep distance, use his long limbs to his advantage. And that's exactly what he did, bro. He kept the distance between Ponzinibbio so masterfully. You worked the ring and the cage, honestly, to a T. He was moving constantly, tapping him up with great leg kicks, tapping him up. He used the steep kick to the middle very frequently to push Ponzinibbio off. Landed more often than not, and he honestly was just hitting seamless combos all night. Landed significant strikes way higher than Ponzinibbio and pretty much just worked him, bro. Ended up getting the TKO in the third round, I believe it was.
Yeah, third round.
Yeah, third round knockout. And it was honestly just such an impressive performance by Holland. It shows that he can beat a guy with a lot of experience that is a scary fighter on the stand-up. I would have liked to honestly see Ponzinibbio maybe work a takedown or two in that fight to maybe save himself, but hats off to Kevin Holland. He put on a show, dude. It was fun to watch.
This was the one that I missed. I missed this one and the next two because I was too into the game at this point.
Yeah, that shit was fire. The next one really came as a surprise. Rob Font gets a first round TKO, bro. Just honestly lands a masterclass array of punches, but just came out and looked really, really hot. His boxing was on point, and I just didn't expect Yanez to really look as flat as he did. He just really...
Dude, it was a quick fight.
It was super
I feel like
quick.
there wasn't a whole lot of time to establish anything.
Happened out of nowhere. Font just really came out from the beginning, asserted his dominance.
I had no idea that happened.
Yeah, he looked really, really good, bro. Coming back off that long injury or time off or whatever he had, because he hadn't fought in a significant amount of time. I wasn't expecting him to come out and look that crisp and clean, but he really relied on his boxing,
I would
bro.
say he had a great comeback like Kim K. She got cum on her back.
Oh, I was wondering.
I hate that so much.
He definitely fell down and come back quite a few times, so I don't know, but I definitely thought that was the joke all
Have
along.
you not seen that blooper?
The Parks and Rec blooper?
Yeah,
You've definitely seen it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Coop did not just come up with that.
Fire. That shit is fire.
That's why I said it, because he loves Parks and Rec.
I do love. I haven't seen. I need to run that back. Holy shit! In a minute.
I know this guy's already seen The Sopranos and he's rewatching it.
Dude, it's hitting
I
different.
know, I respect
right
it because I do the same thing with animes.
But I forgot.
But I'm like, you're rewatching hour episodes of what, 8 seasons? That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, that shit is just, it's really hitting different because I forgot a lot about what happened. But yeah, Adrian Yanez definitely, he dropped the ball. He's not going to be, that fight just kind of proves that he's not ready to move into that upper echelon of bantamweights yet. But it shows that Font might have a little
He's back?
Font might have a little gas left to make a title run, dude, because this is going to move him up in the rankings. He's going to be hovering around 4 or 5, maybe 6. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Rob Font. If he can keep stacking wins, he might get a little title shot not too long from now. But I think we can go into the welterweight bout of the evening, Battle of Florida. Yeah, Gilbert Burns took the fucking victory, and it was always by decision, dude. I knew this was the bet. This was the play. I was saying it all night. It was Burns by decision. I didn't put any money on it like a fucking idiot. That was plus 115, dude. I just knew it was a lock, but Jorge fought like a little bitch.
Dude, he just was not, he was not busy at all.
Bro.
I just think he's just done. What he is. He retired.
Yeah, he retired.
But like,
he was done, bro. Can we talk about it? Was Jorge ever that cold?
I don't know.
Bro.
God, I wanted to say that. I wanted to say
was
that.
he even that cold?
I wanted to say that so many times.
It's hard because like there was a lot of times where he was really crazy.
But
there was a lot of people who would refer to him as like that weight class's best striker. And I'm like, bro, I don't think so. He's got good hands,
he's 12
but
and
he's
9
not that quick. And I don't know.
Yeah, his UFC record is 12-9.
Yeah, that's not very good. That's not very good at all.
And the only reason I say that is because have you guys been seeing that Twitter page? I wish I could shout them out. I don't know the name.
MMA Llama?
It's one MMA Llama, but that Twitter page that like before the big fights, it'll like highlight all the fighters and it'll like post all their fights.
Oh yeah. The thread that posted
I came across the thread of Masvidal's.
Oh, you went through it?
And I watched all of them, and I was like, is he really that good? Like,
He
not
had,
saying, not saying
he had
he's
a
bad.
moment, like it was like a year and a half or so where he was just like, I think he beat Darren Till.
Yeah.
He had the Ben Askren flying knee, and then he got the BMF, and it's
Well,
like
he had a
he
moment.
had a lot of hype going around. And
Yeah.
then
Dude, he had the biggest.
There was a
hype.
moment in time where he was winning, where he won a couple fights in a row, and like Spencer said, had the hype around him, but then just like.
Well, and then he also had all
Humbled.
that, the fireworks with hitting Leon Edwards in the back, and then his shit going on with Kamaru Usman and Colby
Yeah.
Covington, like
He was more, dude. I think we can all agree, based off of my comment last week. This guy was literally was he an industry plant, a WWE industry plant?
Yeah,
They brought him over and was just like, dude, just stir up shit, be a fucking super trumper, just honestly piss people off.
Well, it
like,
just pissed me off whenever he started fighting in the ring like that. Like all the, the dramatics about it, like full of himself,
Okay, here we
not
go.
really striking, just, holding his hands down and shit. Like,
bro,
that shit fucking pissed me
asking for more
off.
punches after you were getting,
Dude, he was getting
clapped.
teed off on Gilbert Burns, and I'm like, bro, throw the fucking hands.
Bro, I that shit was pissing me the fuck off too, because he was literally getting bopped, and then I just wouldn't throw anything and put his hands back down. Like, we get it. You're cool. You're a tough motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're also in your hometown, not even throwing a fucking punch
I
back.
think that was more of like he's known as the guy who doesn't get knocked out, and it was his last
Yeah.
fight, and he's
He
like,
got
oh,
knocked out.
I'm just
by,
gonna
that was
fucking-
drunk
by
Murph
Usman.
at Taylor's house, bro, just asking
Bro.
for fucking.
Okay, well
Ease.
here's a look at his career in the UFC. So he started off 2013, 2 wins, then a loss, ripped off 3 wins, loss, win, then 2 losses from 2015 to 2016, 3 in a row from 2016 to 2017. Those 3 wins were Ross Pearson, Jake Ellenberger, and
Ellenberger's not bad.
Donald Cerrone, which is impressive at the time, 2017. I would say that's an impressive win. And then he lost 2 in a row in 2017.
Yeah, see, because he beat Cerrone, they think he's good.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
They give him
He
actual
lost
good
to,
fighters.
I'm going to butcher his first name, Damian
Maya.
Oh, yeah.
And then he lost to Wonder Boy, which is no surprise.
Wonder Boy neutralized his
Lost
ass.
to Wonder Boy, and then the next 3 fights we just talked about, Darren Till in 2019.
Yeah, that's when he went. So he went on a couple runs.
Ben
where they thought
Askren, he
was
went on a
the
couple
shit.
runs.
But,
Yeah, I
well,
think
he
that's
went
really
on
what it
runs on
was.
either direction, where
I
it's
think he just
on
I
wins
think
or
he
losses.
Just, I think he just continued to peak at a certain point in his career,
Yeah.
and then the UFC said, "All right, this guy is like legit. Let's give him a legit fighter."
And then he gets.
And then he gets, yeah. And
Well,
then,
I mean, his story, everything about it's super exciting. He's fighting, doing the backyard fights. He's got a lot of
I was gonna say, his
exciting
first professional
finishes.
Fight, sorry,
What?
go ahead, Spencer.
No, I was just saying he's got like a lot of like his finishes were just. The Ben Askren flying knee at the very beginning, it was just so you don't see anything like that. It was the fastest knockout. So
That
I mean,
was his peak,
they were
though.
kind of building off that.
That was definitely like the highest point of his career, I think.
Yeah.
That and the BMF.
The BMF I felt like was.
That
Like
shit
you
was
do have to,
little
you do
whack.
have to.
I
you
thought
do-
that shit was whack.
Me too.
You
That
do
felt
have
super
to,
WWE
I know,
to me.
bro. I hated.
Super WWE.
I
so
hated-
forced.
I hated
Rock's
how-
dumbass in that fucking bitch.
I hated
Dude,
how.
that was the coolest part about it. I thought that was sick. I like
no,
The Rock.
is so corny, dude.
No, I like The Rock. He's cool.
I like The Rock, but he's corny. But have you guys noticed? I don't know if they just did this because maybe they knew it was his last fight, or if they've been doing this his whole career. When they were showing his name, like at the press
I
conference,
know, bro.
it said BMF champ.
Yeah, like he holds a belt, bro.
It said BMF champ.
That's so fucking whack.
At least he doesn't like come
That's
out
so
with it.
whack.
You know what I mean? Or like,
Yeah.
Keeps it with him.
He can be shown.
and I think Masvidal was good. I just think, like we've said, he was a fighter that peaked at a certain point.
I
in
just
time.
don't think he was at the level that division is.
Here's what
Like,
I want to know. Here's
They're
what I'm
putting him in
curious
these
about.
championship fights because he's like Conor. He makes those fights, makes it very exciting. But I don't think he was
Yeah, but
at
the
the
difference
that the fight level that all those other guys were like.
the difference between him and Conor is Conor actually like did something in the
Yeah.
UFC, meaningful things.
The
Like,
dedication, I feel like, is not the same.
here's what I want to know: what the hell was
Yeah,
going
it's
on
true.
with the welterweight division? Because he's welterweight, yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell was going on with the welterweight division where he got 2 back-to-back title fights against Usman?
Well, he came off of a short notice for the first one.
Yeah.
Like I think it was
That's
like 7 or
right.
5
That's
days.
right.
Shit, remember?
That's right.
He couldn't
Well,
do
the first one,
anything.
the
Dude,
first
he
one was,
lost like I think 20 pounds or something
the first
in a
one
matter
was
of a few days.
Decision.
Yeah.
The first
To
one he
make
lost
weight.
by unanimous decision, obviously, and then the second one was a knockout.
Yeah, because that's why the
Yeah.
first one is when they were
First one
hyping
was
his
whack.
chin because he got beat the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he
I
was
do
so
remember that now.
gassed, and then
I do
they were
remember
like,
that
"Give him
now.
another shot," and then
Bro,
Guzman
very impressive
fucking
though.
clocked him.
94 strikes in that first fight.
Yeah,
That very first fight.
everyone was definitely on his jock after that one because
Yeah.
he put on a crazy performance.
Oh my god, I forgot the difference in the Nate Diaz fight. 112 strikes to Nate Diaz's 43. That's ridiculous, bro. That's insane.
Yeah, that fight was fire.
Holy shit. Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, oh my god, he only threw 3 strikes in this fight. It was the Ben Askren fight. So it was literally the flying knee and then the 2 ground punches. That's
No,
funny.
I thought he was a creative fighter and everything, but I never really thought he was the greatest striker like everyone was saying. Like
first
a
professional
lot of
fight.
UFC broadcasters or whatever were saying he's got the best hands in that division. I was like, nah, I don't think so. He just does crazy shit. You know, spinning back fists, flying knees, like all this electric. You know, I don't know. I never really thought he was that good, striking wise.
His first professional fight was at the Playboy Mansion.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of hype.
September 29th, 2007, Strike Force, Playboy
Strike Force
Mansion.
used to be lit. Yeah, I don't know. Hats off to Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting
Enjoy
retirement speech.
Finishes
at the
with
end,
a career
too.
record professionally of 35-17. Not bad. Considering 10 of those losses were in the UFC, not bad.
A lot of fights. He'll always be considered an OG just because he went from street fighting to professionals and was able to make it and
God,
transfer
dude,
over.
I remember watching his street fighting videos on YouTube like when I was a kid.
So funny, bro.
Hey, but Gilbert Burns had some crazy takedowns in that fight.
Gilbert Burns worked his
Bro,
ass.
he was throwing him around.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was more Burns or Masvidal not being there as much and just being on his way out.
First
type
round
of
didn't
thing.
look bad. First round, I was like, okay, maybe they'll actually stand up and trade. And second round just, dude, went downhill. Bad. You could tell that third round that Masvidal was done.
Yeah.
And then the let's go Brandon.
Yeah, dude, he got, I think, significant strikes was like 23-6 in that, I think, the 4th round. Like, he was just getting
Because
pieced up.
Masvidal had his hands down, shit talking. He wouldn't even throw back, dude. That shit was pissing me the fuck off.
The strike difference wasn't that bad. 42
No,
to
the
39.
total strike, yeah, that wasn't that bad. But, I mean, he was just letting in some big shots, though.
Yeah, dude, Burns was landing some good ones.
Well, and then the whole let's go Brandon thing at the end was fucking hilarious.
Wild, bro. He just fucking had to get in there. And I mean, Trump, did you guys see also?
Trump was there
Gideon
doing that let's
and-
go Brandon chant. That's hilarious, dude.
No, but who was he sitting by? Trump?
Oh,
I don't know.
He was sitting by somebody like significant.
Yeah, dude, because
Probably
I don't
Kid
remember.
Rock.
it was Kid
It
Rock.
was Kid Rock. You're right.
Did you guys see the video clip?
I didn't see
Someone
it.
videotaped after Kid Rock got fucking knocked, or Pereira got knocked. Trump pulls out his wallet and pulls out like fucking a bunch of cash and gives it to Rock. So Trump had his money on Pereira, bro, and Kid Rock bet him that Adesanya was gonna win. It was literally seconds after the knockout. You just see Trump get up and pull in his pants,
That's
get his
funny.
wallet out and start counting cash. I was
That's
dead.
funny.
Damn.
Someone videoed it from like the 100th row up, bro. Like zoomed in on that fool.
That's
I was
crazy.
dead.
No, I saw Gideon and Aiden Ross get up and like shake his hand as they were passing by.
Yeah, dude. Gideon was in that bitch, bro. I don't know.
He was recording the whole. Well, I don't think he was live streaming the fight itself, but he was.
yeah, the
he was
picture's
there
right
live
here.
streaming
Yeah.
the entire thing, like reacting.
Dude, that is hilarious. The picture's right here, bro. Of Trump clearly handing fucking Kid Rock
Fuck.
clearly handing him fucking money. That is
Pull it up real quick.
that is so funny, bro. That is hilarious.
Honestly.
That is
Yeah,
hilarious.
bro, dude, the video's funnier of him
Spence,
watching
can I
it.
send you this link at all? No, you're good. Don't even worry about it.
It's funnier, bro, when
had
you
that.
can just like see seconds after the knockout, bro, just see his reaction. He's just like, motherfucker, and just gets
Dude.
up and has to give him
Well, hey,
all the
let's
money.
get on to that fight.
Yeah, let's get on
'Cause
to
that
it.
fight was fantastic.
Main event of the evening.
I was fucking so lit about that.
Dude,
so lit.
I'll say it. The vibes in FanDuel Sportsbooks
Immaculate.
were up.
Immaculate.
Everybody was on the edge of their seats, seeing the big Potan looking down Israel Adesanya, staring off into the distance, bro. He honestly looked so stoic before the fight. He looked scary, noticeably bigger than Adesanya again, obviously, and proved not to matter.
Dude, I knew at the end too. When that finish was coming, I was like, not hurt. I know he's not hurt.
What?
At the end of the fight,
What do you mean?
you know, whenever he knocked him out,
Yeah, who's not hurt?
Adesanya, he kind of like backed up, like in the
he went up
corner.
against
When he
the
got
cage.
pushed
I
against
was
the
confused
cage.
too. I was
Yeah.
like,
I was like, Pereira was definitely hurt.
I was like,
No,
yeah,
no,
he
no.
was
I'm
not
talking
good.
about
It was
Adesanya,
like,
He started teeing off on him, and I was like, dude, I bet you he's baiting him. And like,
because it was
sure
the same
enough,
situation as the last fight. He got him against the cage.
I was like, there's no way it's happening already.
Yeah, it was definitely an expert play by Izzy. I think a lot of film and preparation went into that one. Gets pretty much hit with the same exact combo that he landed in the first fight against the cage.
Weirdly identical.
Takes a knee to the face, honestly, which looked like it connected pretty hard. Played good defense on it. Takes the knee, uppercut, I think left hook or right hook to the body, and then a one up.
Are you talking about Pereira?
Yeah,
he threw
he was
the body
teeing off
shot.
on him.
Yeah, and then
The body shot he threw, I remember I was like, oh my God. I thought that was going to hurt Izzy.
I thought that was the one to take him down too a little bit, and then Izzy out of nowhere hits the fucking overhand and then hits him with the left hook and ends up knocking him out, bro. 2 hammer fists at the end. Pereira's fucking bouncing off the fucking canvas, bro. It was electric.
That punch looked stiff.
It was
the connection on it. Oh my God.
It was a crazy knockout. I didn't even know initially which strike was the one to do it, and he landed 3 really, really solid connections, which I think all
that hammer fist is the one that put him to sleep so bad.
Here's what I want to talk about. Do you think does Izzy's experience, obviously in the UFC and in mixed martial arts, away from kickboxing, Alex Pereira still kind of new to kickboxing. I don't want to say he was a one-dimensional fighter, but he was really only known
he's not new to kickboxing
for his striking. What do you mean?
Pereira?
Did I say new to kickboxing?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I meant new to mixed martial arts and this world of mixed martial arts. Do you think Izzy came into this fight a lot more confident? And you said a lot of film probably went into it for Izzy. It seemed very identical to that very first fight, to that exact moment at the end of the first round where Izzy almost knocked out Pereira in the first fight. Do you think this is something that Izzy maybe studied up on, that we kind of see as a disadvantage for Pereira in the mixed martial arts game, where Izzy does have that experience being able to look at a fight like the previous one and I guess what's the word I'm looking for here, like go through it and actually see, maybe plan something out like this? Not saying that he planned that exact knockout in that moment, but something that he maybe prepared for in terms of, when Pereira gets me back up on the cage like this, I already had this shot initially in the first round. If I get it again, I'm going to take it.
100%. I think all fighters do that. They all, especially if you're fighting them again, you're definitely going to look at the film and try and find holes in the game previous. But I mean, at this point, you had to understand nobody was going to take either one down. Like, it was going to be 100% a kickboxing match, and that's exactly what we got. Like, it was striking and high-level striking. A lot of kicks from both guys. Obviously, a lot of jabs for both guys. And I think round 1 was obviously a feeler, and then round 2 was Israel's opportunity.
Because Izzy
to
looked
strike.
really good in round 1. I noticed that he looked very, very good in round 1.
And I think that's what he wanted to do, is give the impression that Pereira had to press him to win, like the last fight.
Yeah.
Get him against the cage.
He wasn't backing up at all.
He wasn't. He started pressing him in the second round, and I think that, like to your comment, I think that's exactly what Izzy and his team wanted, is him to put on the pressure again, feel like, okay, I'm teeing off. Yeah. This is free gauge to get my TKO, my knockout, and actually put him away.
Right.
And dude, he got caught slipping, and
that's where his defense dropped completely.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I think Izzy was baiting that out.
I feel like that first punch that Izzy threw, that stunned Pereira, I feel like it was almost like Pereira saying, like, holy shit, like he just hit me with that. Like,
dude,
oh my
that
God.
Right
like,
overhand was,
dude, it looked so easy.
It was clean, bro. It looked calculated. It looked like
a
planned
like,
attack.
It almost seemed like I think it definitely stunned Pereira, but I think it was more of like his reaction was like, holy shit, like that.
I was not expecting that.
I was not expecting that at all.
And I mean, why would you? Pereira having power to put anybody out and already having that guy against the ropes in that situation, you probably least expecting him to come back and throw a knockout blow like that. It was crazy.
I was so happy for Izzy. I was so happy, dude.
The entire sportsbook erupted.
Yeah,
everybody was screaming. It was crazy.
It was a moment for sure. I was so happy for Izzy.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great fight. Honestly, the whole card was an expert class.
I mean, we talked about it last week. Actually, we didn't talk about it. We didn't really give any scenario last week of Izzy winning. We talked about Pereira.
We did. We said he would have to work.
But I'm saying, like, the majority
by points. There was no mention of a knockout.
The majority of our conversation, the majority of our conversation last week was we were worried how Izzy was going to actually go in there and win. It was
if there was a chance.
Yeah, if there was a chance.
It didn't seem like it. It didn't really feel like
everybody. everybody who was talking UFC, MMA, everybody was like, how is Izzy going to go in there and get this win? And he did it. I mean, he fucking knocked him out, dude. That was crazy.
I mean, it just doesn't seem like there's any way to really take control of the ring over Pereira.
You can't.
I mean, and Izzy honestly did a really good job in that, like you said, in that first round, standing his ground, not backing up, kind of testing it out, and then where it went into the second.
Dude,
I mean,
the way
it just
Izzy fights,
it was played really well.
Yeah, I hate to say it too, bro. It's like it's so like Izzy and like it's so like anime fucking of himself.
That's so true.
When you think about it, he used his disadvantage of being the significantly smaller fighter and not having the ring control and the presence that Pereira does to his advantage.
Well, he said that in the post-fight interview. He literally, somebody asked him like a question about
I hate that. That's so true.
Somebody asked him a question like about how it felt to like come back and win and how he prepared, and he literally said in the post-fight interview, he's like, dude, I watched too much anime to like not know what to do in this situation. Like he literally was like, I've seen so many animes where the main character is at his lowest point or he loses and have to make a major comeback. Like that played a big part in like me preparing for this fight. Like,
so sick though.
it is. And dude, I thought about it too. Literally this whole fight process, I was like, bro, is he like, there's no way he's not like watching his favorite anime during this whole training period? Because every single anime has that moment where the main character, main antagonist,
someone dies or he loses. Yeah.
Somebody like they have to have this huge major comeback moment, like training like arc, like, and that's what Izzy was going through. Like,
oh yeah, those Dragon Ball montages when they go through the training is so goated. Bro,
yeah,
but it's also
it's great. I loved it, dude.
I don't know if you guys been seeing it too, but like on Twitter, because like they were real cordial after the fight to each other. Obviously, both Izzy and Dana were ducking the possibility of the next fight. I don't think
I was going to bring that up.
Izzy doesn't want to fight Pereira.
He doesn't want to fight him again. I think Dana wants Pereira to move up.
Maybe, but Dana knows that Izzy doesn't want it and doesn't want to take the championship, I think, away from Izzy again because he's their biggest star in the middleweight division. But I thought it was funny because, like, yeah, they were real cordial and they, like, dapped each other up and talked after the thing. They're like, Izzy was like, you're a champion. You're always a champion. You're a great champion. Cool. Like, all this. Everybody was like, all right, I saw one tweet from an MMA page that was like, can't wait for the Pereira Izzy, like, to become best friends arc. Like, to where they're like Pereira moves up to light heavyweight.
They're in each other's camps.
Yeah, they're in each other's camps. They're training with each other, bro. Wouldn't that be kind of sick though? Like the animes where the enemies become best friends. Like
I feel like
that's what Izzy's been talking about, bro.
It'd be like some Goku Vegeta shit.
Yeah, right.
Because honestly, in reality, people talk about this all the time, and I'm gonna get nerdy a little bit. Goku's never actually truly defeated Vegeta ever in combat. Like ever. It's never been like an on-screen thing where Goku's like actually defeated him. Every time they fought, somebody has finished the fight for Goku because he's been too injured. And Izzy obviously finally went and beat Pereira. So like now you could see something like, okay, well maybe now they're homies because, you know, they've bested each other in battle type shit. So that would be cool. That would be cool. That would be like an anime thing and that would be sick to see, but
yeah, and they just become they both start training with each other.
I don't think so.
That'd be dope.
It's like fucking Avatar, that fire dude joining them.
Oh yeah.
I just think that's how it is in
the
the
last
UFC. I think
bender.
at the end of the day, all these dudes talk so much shit. Some of them do not like each other genuinely, but I think at the end of the day,
once you fight, I mean, it's a man.
Dude,
it's all for the cameras though, I feel. Because what was it, Covington and Usman, who they have the most beef or whatever, and then all of a sudden they're cool with each other. Like, yo.
Oh, I agree. Some of it's for the cameras, but I do think some of it is legit. Like, I do think some of it's legit. But I think at the end of the day, like,
I think Poirier and McGregor is probably legit. I don't think Poirier fucks around.
No.
Oh, I don't think he does either. The whole "your wife's in my DMs" thing, bro. That shit was so out of pocket.
How about this?
Is he Adesanya?
That's what it was about, but
I mean, it was a great fight. It was a tremendous fight. 2 rounds. You know, you hate to see it in a way because you almost want to see a fight like that go the distance, but the way that it ends, it was incredible. I mean, you can't. From what I saw, that card was great. Another great card.
Oh yeah, conspiracy. All 4 fights, kickboxing and AOC. The blue corner is won. Blue tape.
Really?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
I don't think there'll be a 3rd fight though. I don't think there's gonna.
It's this big one. If like Izzy,
I think he's gonna move up.
I think he has to move up.
I saw something.
should.
I saw something.
Dude, I don't think it's healthy for him to be losing that much weight,
Dana,
and then
I saw an article that said Dana, like in quotes, expects Pereira to move up. And I agree. I think dude, that cut is insane.
Dude, him and
dude,
Hill
it's not healthy to be
so fire.
to gain 30 pounds
he's done
over
so well.
over a couple days to be like at 215 at fight night.
He's done so
That
well
just
in the
doesn't
UFC
sound
where
healthy.
he could move up to, because what, next would be light heavyweight. He'd move up to light heavyweight. He'd do one fight, and if he wins, he would get title shot immediately.
Probably.
He could maybe get a
They
title
might give
shot
him a
now.
title yeah.
Like if he talked, he could talk his way into it. He could call out Hill, and I mean, Hill hasn't fought anybody since.
Hasn't fought anyone since.
Because did Hill win that at the Apex? I don't remember.
No.
Or did he win that in front of
We watched it at your house. Remember, he beat Glover. The shit out
That's
of
right.
Glover.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I do
And
remember
then
watching
Glover had
that.
to retire after. And
That's right.
You know why it's a good story, right? You know who?
Oh, because Glover's in his
training.
yeah, he's in his corner.
Pereira was.
Yeah.
They're training partners. So Glover was in that fight, or Pereira was in his corner for that fight. Watched Glover get the shit knocked out of him by Hill, and Glover was in Pereira's corner when he just lost to Izzy. So.
Yeah, can we talk about Strickland, right? On the
Strickland?
embedded when they made him take the picture with Pereira.
Oh yeah, dude, that was so funny, bro. Sean Strickland, like he was talking about Pereira because his team was training in the hotel, and he was in there with some other fighter.
Yeah, it was some other team. Like they were sharing the training room.
Yeah, and Strickland was in there, and he was just like, they were talking about his opinion on who's gonna win, and Strickland was just like, I got Pereira. I don't know who the fuck is going to beat him. Like, he's a cyborg. He's next level. Because he knocked the fuck out of Strickland. He knows. He felt the power. And he said that. He's like, oh, I felt the power. I know. And after the training session, it's just like all of Pereira's team lined up for a picture. And Sean's like in the background, like cleaning up pads or something. And they're like, hey, get in here. And so he just takes a picture on the end with like all of Pereira's team after the training session.
So uncomfortable.
Just so uncomfortable because he literally just got knocked the fuck out by him, like so bad.
The guy who told him to get in the picture, you could tell was like some just like old rich white guy who was there, like
Who didn't know
training,
like,
and he literally said to him, he's like, "Bro, it's the champ. Come get a picture of the champ." And I was like, "Bro, this kid." When he said that to Strickland, I was like, "This guy has no fucking idea who he's talking
like
to.
He's a
no
fucking
idea.
fan,
Like,
bro,
he has no
and he's
idea.
probably
He has no
like
idea.
still pissed that he got
just
fucking
super casual.
flatlined.
No, it
doesn't
was so
understand.
casual. Like,
Yeah.
He was some tan, clearly rich, like old white guy, had his shirt off and everything, like flexing, and he's like, "It's the champ, bro. You gotta come take a picture with the champ." And
So
Strickland,
funny.
like, you can tell, like he, like in the video, he's like trying to figure out if he wants to put his fist up, like if he wants to smile.
He was like, should I really be doing this?
dude,
Like,
it was so funny. But fantastic UFC 287.
I can't wait for the next banger.
We had March last weekend, and now it's April this month.
Hey.
It's been fantastic.
April, baby.
April. It's been fantastic. But yeah, honestly, fantastic card. And God, I just love covering UFC. I love that we're talking about it so much now.
Pretty good predictions,
Thanks for
honestly.
wanting
Hey, speaking of predictions, though, I had John Rahm winning the Masters, and that came to fruition.
He did.
we did have
Spencer
Master
did have
Weekend.
John Rahm.
We didn't talk about
We
it on
didn't talk
camera, though.
about
It was
it.
before we started
Yeah,
recording.
we gotta
should've.
we gotta throw some more golf talk.
Yeah, we
out
gotta
here.
get into the golf. We
gotta
got the
start
RBC
throwing
this
some more
weekend?
golf.
Dude, oh yeah, Rory backed out of that.
Yeah, he's
He
a
did?
pussy.
Yeah, I feel like he's probably
Why?
hurt that he didn't make the cut. I don't know why. It was kind of out of nowhere.
Well, dude, yeah, because he choked again.
Yeah,
I mean,
Because he needs one more. Well, he needs one more major win to complete the cycle, right?
I think it was the match.
but yeah,
It is the Masters. It is the Masters. You're right.
The RBC usually isn't the week after the
The Masters.
Masters.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of players are backing out or don't want to play, is because like the Masters is the Super Bowl. Like, imagine playing a fucking game after the Super Bowl.
Which I always thought was so weird that
The RBC's kind of big too.
I always thought it was so weird that the Masters is like.
It's not the season-ending event, but it's like the
not
biggest
season
one.
ending
Right.
event. It's so weird to me. Like I always think about that. Like
Yeah.
It's just because of the traditions and everything that go into playing at
and the
Augusta. You know,
weather. Yeah.
everybody,
It's
all the
always
caddies
perfect.
in the white suits. You know, everything about it is just.
Music.
I think it's more the tradition that makes it.
I love
you know,
it, dude.
the most significant event.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the event is because of
But-
that, is just because that's when the azaleas bloom.
Mm.
Honestly.
But then again,
That's when what?
The yellow flowers. The
Yeah.
Oh,
azaleas.
okay. I thought you
But-
said Iggy Azalea. I was like, she went, I was like, what's she
Oh,
doing
she's
at
blooming.
the Masters, huh?
She was probably blooming.
nah, but
Whoa. Hey, yo.
the Open
I
is
need to, like,
another
a
one of
blooming
those.
Whoa, my bad. What?
Whoa.
What?
Man's hungry.
You were saying?
I don't blame
the
you.
Open, you know, at St. Andrews. That's another one of those big events that I feel like it might not be on the Masters level, but I feel like it's one of those with like all
That's
the
the one
tradition
that's in
and
like
everything.
Scotland or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
it's the old course.
Yeah.
Like the first
This
golf
is
course.
the first year I think because like we've all started golfing over this last year. This was the first time that I like actually really sat down and watched the Masters, and I'm like, dude, it makes me like I like want to sit down and watch golf this weekend. I'm like, dude, this shit, I was like, this is lit. Like,
dude, I watch it.
RBC is tomorrow, baby.
Oh, it does start tomorrow.
Yeah, it starts Thursdays.
Tiger's probably not playing, huh?
No. He might play St. Andrews, but
he's done.
He's really only gonna compete in the majors.
I was gonna say
his ankle's only attached by like they said it's damn near just like strings.
Really?
Oh.
Like he has a floppy ankle.
Dude, that one shot from the bunker just
where
looked.
he fell.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it looked incredibly
What about
painful.
when he fell? You see him fall on the ground and the caddy had to help him up?
Yeah.
I didn't.
My brother Miles thinks that and I'm curious to get your opinion on this, Spence. He thinks Tiger's gonna win like at least 1 or 2 more majors before he retires.
Dude, I hope so.
like
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
nobody thought he was gonna win in 2019.
So that's exactly what Miles said. My brother Miles is a massive Tiger fan, and he said the same thing. He's like, nobody thought that.
It could happen.
Health has to be perfect. Conditions have to be perfect. And
Yeah,
people
but
can't play out of their mind.
It
But
has
his
to be
health,
like,
his health is the only thing. It's like after that accident, he's not the same guy. He can't walk the course.
And
he has so much trouble walking the course.
And he has too much pride, bro. People have offered him to give him an exemption for a cart, and he won't do it. He says, as long as I play on a tour event, I'm not going to ride a cart.
I feel like I wouldn't do it either.
I would. Fuck.
I don't know. It's
an advantage.
Yeah.
It's really tough. I don't know.
I mean, nobody would give a shit because it's Tiger. Like all
exactly.
the people on the tour would not care. But like,
I think
I get
without
where he's coming from. I get where Tiger's coming from.
without
Too
the
much pride.
accident,
Tiger Woods, man.
if he was at his the same health he was before then,
Yeah.
I think he could have. You see Phil getting second place, and he's
Dude,
like
Phil
50.
balled.
Yeah,
What?
can we talk about that, please?
Dude, that was incredible. I love that.
Liv making a statement this weekend.
Brooks and Phil really whipped their dicks
Brooks,
Yeah, they
out.
did.
Brooks to me, I wouldn't consider Liv. I feel like
He's definitely
he's
Liv.
definitely Liv, but I feel like you can
Phil is just the face
you
of
can
Liv.
tell that Brooks. I feel like he regrets.
think DJ is.
He regrets leaving the PGA Tour like immensely. I feel like he definitely does. There's been some interviews where he's even talked about like saying like he's missed like this competitive nature. Or, like,
I think that's more what it is. Is like Liv is not every week like PGA has an event every single week. There's not as much going on in Liv, and I think that's what a lot of those golfers are missing. But guys like Phil, I don't think are.
Oh no,
like,
Phil, I don't think cares
Yeah,
at
Phil,
all.
I don't think cares, but maybe DJ and Brooks, like you're saying.
DJ played horrible last
Dude,
weekend.
DJ played like shit. Cam Young, I don't think Cam Smith made the cut.
He finished like 9 over, didn't he?
I don't
DJ?
think Cam Smith played.
No, he did.
He did?
Yeah, he played. Bryson didn't make the cut, and then Joaquin Neiman, I think, finished at like 1 under, 2 under. So
Joaquin played pretty good.
yeah, he
finished
played
like
pretty
12.
decent. Yeah.
Even what's his name? Reed finished, I think, like 7th or 8th, no?
Yeah, he did okay.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna it looked like he was gonna like make a little
Yeah,
move
no, I
at
was
one
actually
point.
I was pretty surprised with how many of those live guys were competing with those top dogs.
They had a good showing. Brooks definitely had a fat choke on Sunday.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
he could've
so
won.
unfortunate. I was kind of hoping he was gonna hold out.
Dude, I was hoping Scotty was coming back for a little bit.
He was for a
Sunday, he
second.
made a push. I was like, oh, dude. And then he choked it out at 13, I think.
His game within 6 feet has just not been consistent.
Oh
His
my
play out of the bunker is
God.
what's,
somebody
the shakiest.
Somebody finished 20 over.
Oh, that's Sandy Lyles. He's, I think, 88 Masters
Sandy
winner.
Lyle, yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking, I think he's 63 or something like
I
that.
saw him playing.
He's the
crazy.
oldest person competing out there. I mean, yeah.
Did you guys know that Brooks finesse, bro? I don't know if he might be one of the only players that has done this so far, but he has his live deal, right? Which is like what?
Are we talking about the Nike thing?
Yeah, 150 million, and then he still has. He's owned by Nike for PGA events, so he can't wear his live uniform, right? So
yeah.
Nike still solo sponsors him to wear only the check for live or for PGA events, which is probably like another 100 million. I would
Probably anything non-live, right?
Yeah,
Because technically the Masters isn't PGA. It's its own
it is. Yeah,
entity.
anything non-live, then he's Nike'd out.
Yeah, because Phil and Reed both had their like team gear on.
Yeah.
which I noticed too. Miles said the same thing. I was like,
Yeah, Brooks still chooses to wear a
he
Nike,
had the Nike
which is
check.
fire.
I mean, they also
Yeah.
Nike probably also said like, we're fucking Nike. Like he's gonna wear Nike gear.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. Did you
what I
guys
mean?
know that Nike's the only brand on tour that you can't wear any other logos with?
Really?
Well, Nike, like, I don't know if it is the only brand on tour, but Nike has the clause, like, you can't wear any other brand.
No, that's not true because there's a couple guys who wear Nike and others.
Really?
Yeah. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head, but I saw it like I think last week or 2 weeks ago, there was a Nike guy who had like other shit on,
Interesting.
like a different hat or something.
I thought Nike was exclusive sponsor.
Put that shit on.
Most of the guys.
I guess you just have to pay more, huh? For Nike, they would, if you're better, they're gonna pay.
They buy
you
out. They pay for all the other sponsors, so you don't need to wear anything else. You're only gonna wear Nike.
That's fine.
I mean, you don't need to wear a bunch of other sponsors because they're paying you enough.
Do you know why Nike doesn't make equipment anymore?
Golf equipment?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not positive.
We got Tiger shoes re-releasing in black and white.
They already came out in the 20s. Yeah, those dropped a couple weeks ago.
There's another pair that's coming out.
Yeah, Scotty was wearing a pair over the weekend, and they looked so clean.
Well, those guys can get their hands on whatever the fuck they want.
100%. But that's what I'm saying. Like they're such a nice looking golf shoe.
Yeah, I was thinking about copping those. I need a black pair.
Damn. Who you guys like Ron for the RBC or what? I like Scotty to bounce back, huh?
I don't know, dude. I really want to see Max. I love Max Homa.
I love Max Homa too.
And he hasn't really. I think he won one event earlier in the year, but it's not. He never wins anything big, and it's like, dude, I want to see him win something meaningful.
RBC is pretty big. Max Homa.
Mm.
The guy
I don't know. I feel like
went and watched play.
I feel like a lot of those guys will probably take it easy though, like not competing as like it was the Masters. I feel like it's just right after that they're not going to be at that same level. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly,
kind of weird. It's kind of weird that it's following.
Expected someone a no name to come and swoop that.
Brooksy +4 on the last.
Cam Young maybe
+3 on the last day. That's so unfortunate.
Cam Young's been really good last few weeks.
I mean, and we got to talk about Sam Bennett, that amateur.
Sam
bro.
Bennett, yeah,
he came
dude.
to play, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely gonna get his NIL money.
I didn't think he was gonna do it. I knew he. I think he won the amateur event like at the beginning of the year. Maybe it was late last year. He won that, and that's where he got his invitation to the Masters. I didn't think he was going to be able to compete with these guys. It was crazy. His swing is just, I mean, you've seen it all weekend. Everybody talking about how his side, like how he kind of bends down, moves his head, like it's very unorthodox, but it was fucking working. Those first 2 days,
he was sniping
4 under rounds. I mean,
and he's a zinner.
Absolutely crushing it.
Throwing zins in on the course.
Yeah, dude, that was cool.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Let's go.
They got him on camera after 13.
Little Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Do you know if Thigala is playing this weekend?
I would assume
if
so.
He is, I like him.
Yeah, I like Thigala.
I like him a lot.
He choked really hard last year. He hasn't won an event, I don't think. So he's due.
So I'm saying he finished. I think he finished top 5 he finished top 10. He was sole ninth place at 5 under.
At this weekend?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I like Thigala a lot. I
like
think
him a lot too.
He's a good young player, so I think eventually he'll make his way up there to winning an event. Dude, he gets close and then he fucking chokes it.
He doesn't have that fucking clutch factor.
I'm saying one of these days though, it's gonna happen.
I do think Jordan Spieth is due.
I thought he was gonna make some noise. He was making a little move on the last round.
He burned out quick.
Yeah, he's always gets right up there, and then his putts, dude, his fucking putts. It makes me sad because they're all really good, but it just doesn't have enough, and it just sits right next to the cup, and that's where he's like losing a lot of those strokes. I think strokes gained is what you would say.
Did JT miss the cut?
Who?
Did JT miss the cut?
Oh, I think he did. Yeah, Justin Thomas.
He looked good on the first day, too.
Dude, I know. That's another guy. I fucking love JT, but he hasn't been the same the last couple years.
Seeing the WD next to Tiger's name is just so sad. Yeah,
he's
he did
just
get
a
cut.
shell of what he once
He
was.
finished
they're talking about
4 over.
There hasn't been a golfer who's won back-to-back, not back-to-back, but 2 majors in the same year. I definitely think Jon Rahm's here. I think he's gonna get that done.
You've been very high on Jon Rahm lately.
His game is just insane. It's fucking crazy watching him golf because he doesn't have a huge backswing.
Yeah, do you know
but
why?
He generates a lot of fucking power.
Foot.
Huh?
The club foot.
I didn't know that's why he doesn't have a lot of backswing. That's crazy. Interesting. But he generates a lot of fucking power, and his putting has been really good. I mean, everything. He's just so dialed.
Bro. He's been real quiet. Hasn't got a win in a minute.
Yeah, I think he choked in Hawaii beginning of the year. Yeah, Morikawa's too. I mean, there's a lot of guys who just
He's not the guy who... is he the guy who they were saying is like Tiger when he plays at his best?
Yeah.
They were comparing him like that at the beginning of his career.
I'm playing against him in a rivalry in PGA 2K23 right now. They keep saying that. They're like, Morikawa, whenever he's playing at his best, Some would compare him to Tiger Woods, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm Tiger Woods, baby.
I hate that so much.
Tiger Woods is the last rival. I'm almost there. I'm
Yeah,
right there with
that
him.
game is good though. That's a great
It's
game.
a good game. It's a fun game. PGA 2K23. Come see me. But yeah, a lot of great golf going on. I mean, dude, yeah, I'm surprised we haven't touched on some golf pods a lot more. You know what I mean?
Scotty Scheffler plus 800, John Rahm 800 for this, plus 800 for
What's
this weekend.
Theegala? Oh,
Those are the top.
I feel like Spieth has got to come and get.
All
I mean,
right.
he's come so close. He's gonna.
He'll see me out there.
He'll probably pop around in the last few events
What
of
are
the
the
year.
odds for Herc to win that thing, huh? Probably like minus 800.
Get Spieth at plus 1800, buddy.
Wow, that's pretty high.
Really? Huh. Interesting.
What about Cam Young? Cam Young's been up there the last few weeks.
Cam Young plus 2000.
Wow. Okay.
So what majors are left this year?
So the Open will happen a little bit later, and then FedEx Cup I don't think is considered a major. I don't know. It's the season-ending event,
Because
tournament.
there's 4 majors, right?
Yeah, there's 4 or 5. The Players, the Open, the Masters.
I will say I don't think the FedEx Cup is a major, and the only reason I
don't
say
think it
that
is.
is because PGA 2K23 doesn't have any of the majors in it, and the FedEx Cup is in it. So
I'm fuck. I can't remember what the
basing my
fourth one
facts
is.
off a video game.
Masters, Open, U.S. Open, PGA.
Oh, the U.S. Open, duh.
Yeah, and then the Open is the one that's in England. Or
The Open, yeah. The St. Andrews.
So we'll for sure see Brooksy at all of those. He's already said he's going to go.
Yeah,
to all of them.
all those live guys will be there. Bryson will be there.
I feel like Brooks might steal one this year.
Cam Smith won it last year, so he'll be there.
Yeah, and that's right. That was right before he went to live, right?
Yeah, literally. I
Yeah.
think the next
literally went to Liv, like-
week or next couple weeks he signed with Liv.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, dude. I hope Brooksy gets one this year. That would be sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
some great golf. We love golf. We're big golf guys over here.
bit more golf
Actually,
talk
shout
in
out
the pod.
Spence and shout out his dad.
Shout out Stewart.
Yeah, he gave me and Murph new golf clubs not too long ago.
Clubs and
A couple
polos.
hand-me-down
Two
sets.
fresh new sets.
Suited and booted because
Spence will say hand-me-down sets, but they seem pretty solid shape to me.
Oh, they are. They
Better
definitely
than my
are.
top flights, I'll say that. So I'll take them.
what else should we talk about?
I mean,
Well,
we
we
got
got some-
NBA.
Yeah, that's all we really got left is the NBA playoff picture. We got a game going right now. It's 100 to 101. It's OKC playing New Orleans. New Orleans got a
Oh,
1
these
point
boys are
advantage with
beefing,
7
they're
minutes
beefing,
left.
They're beefing.
Yeah, so we got that going on. But I
8
can pull
minutes
up.
left.
I can pull up the NBA playoff picture if you guys got that.
Yes, sir.
That's really all we've got left for sports going on.
Yeah, nothing crazy. We got some interesting potential news out of the NFL. You guys can maybe see Houston shake up the entire draft by not picking a quarterback that came
I don't
out
think that's
today.
gonna happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either, but they could be testing the waters to see if they could get Lamar or potentially just shopping to see what they could get for the second pick. But Houston said they're not completely sold on going with a quarterback at number 2. Ultimately, what this means, I think, is Cardinals fans are having to cross their fingers to God's no end that Texans don't take a quarterback at 2, because that means the Cardinals will get a fuck ton of picks for
That number 3 pick.
number 3 pick. Yeah, if a team wants to come up and get a quarterback and the Cardinals are truly
Come
going to
up
go into
where?
a rebuild, that's definitely the move for them. I mean, that's just a no-brainer at that point. And while we're on that topic of the Cardinals, I heard rumors swirl. Hopkins is talking to the Jets
Oh fucking way!
for potentially going
Jesus,
over
who
there for
isn't talking to the
second-round
Jets?
picks.
Oh
I'm fucking
gosh!
talking to the Jets.
That would be crazy. We were talking
Yeah,
about that today.
that'd be wild to see.
Rodgers linking up
I mean,
with
they didn't
another
get OBJ.
Devontae Adams type of player.
Think it OBJ.
Can you imagine Rodgers with D-Hop?
Fuck, dude, that would actually be a killer combo.
Garrett Wilson getting man-to-man coverage the entire year.
Oh my!
He would lead the league in yards, I think.
Who? Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably would.
Yeah.
Probably behind George.
Lazard has a 3, a blocking 3.
God, I forgot they have Lazard.
Bro,
Crazy.
they got Conklin
Oh,
too.
dude, I
Brees
forgot
Hall
about that
coming
too.
back.
Holy shit!
Doesn't
Michael
matter,
Carter.
bro. Doesn't matter. There will
What?
be nobody will be better than the boys down in the Berg.
Dumb as hell.
Kenny Pickett.
I hope the Jets smack you guys
Kenny
this year.
Pickett. I don't think we play them this year. We played them last
fuck.
year.
I was gonna say that.
Kenny Pickett and George Pickens are about to light the league up.
I am excited to see George Pickens this year. I love George.
He's a dog.
But Other than that, nobody cares about the Steelers, so let's get it popping.
I care. Yeah, no, NBA playoffs are heating up right now. I mean, we were talking about it at the beginning of the show. NBA playoffs, the play-in is pretty much the start of the playoffs, and I honestly love the play-in atmosphere, the format. It's fantastic. I mean,
fire.
We have a competitive game going on right now between two teams that, if it wasn't for the play-in, you would probably be looking at this number 9 and number 10 seeded teams as like, what can they do next year to help themselves make the playoffs? Where now it's like they're actually, this is a competitive game. They're playing in a real playoff game right now, and like either one of these teams could go on and win and actually make a run in the playoffs.
I love that the NBA gives these teams that maybe, like you said, are one piece away or something unfortunate happens to them during the year. They give them a chance to still compete in the playoffs, and these teams end up being scary foes because they either get hot or they have 2 games in playoff atmosphere before they see one of these teams, and it's like, oh shit, these guys are already ready to go and our team is not.
That's what I think is the most impressive about it, is when like this 9 versus 10 seed game, if either one of them does make it to the actual playoffs, then they already had to win 2 hard fought games. Like, they're ready to go.
Well, I like how it kind of balances it out, because like at the end of the season, the West, all of those teams were within like a game. Every single one of them, even like the 11th and 12th seed,
get close.
All of them were so close. So really, if you give these guys an opportunity like they are, they potentially could make up more of a push than those guys who were, 1 game ahead of them. I don't know. I feel like it balances it out. It makes it a little bit more fair.
And it's cooler because a lot of these basketball teams are just naturally closer. Like, it's neck and neck a lot of the times. You're not seeing these games end up being blowouts.
Yeah, you could see a team who's more deserving, like who's got a little bit more
juice,
but they just didn't have the record right there. Yeah, I don't know. I do like the format.
I mean, we can if we can talk through this playoff bracket real quick. They're not completely set.
Let's do it.
Milwaukee is going to play either. What do you have up right now, Spence? Do you have ESPN up?
Yeah,
I have
this one. ESPN,
I have the NBA playoff picture. Like the whole thing. Lakers
where did you find that?
ESPN.
Hawks are on.
Oh, what? I couldn't find
NBA,
that.
NBA.com.
You're on NBA.com, Spence?
Well, I just
that's where the graphics from. So right now, or yesterday, we saw the Los Angeles Lakers. Like we said, they went ahead and beat
Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves.
T-Wolves. Now they're playing Memphis. So, LeBron is an underdog in the playoffs for the first time in his career.
Oh shit!
They weren't against the Suns?
Nope. I guess not.
Odds against Kim James with his
That's
back
wild.
against the wall. That's wild. So yeah, we definitely see the Lakers move in now with that win. They will be the 7th seed and they will play the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Timberwolves are not out yet. They obviously have to play the winner of this game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, LeBron.
Yeah, so whoever wins,
not his first time in his playoff career. LeBron is a first-round underdog for the first time ever.
That makes sense.
But still, they played the Suns in that first round, and they still weren't.
Interesting.
So yeah, the winner of this game right now, which is close, 108 with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the New Orleans Pelicans. Zion's fat ass is once again not playing in a very important team game for a young franchise.
So fucking whack, dude. I don't know how you could get paid that much and just not play.
Fucking Mark, dude.
It's so
I'm tired
wild.
of it,
Gives
bro.
me hope.
I honestly hate seeing that. It's just like, it's bullshit.
Oh, I hate singing too, but hey, guy's got to get his bread somehow. He's getting his bread at home, clearly. So he's
eating too much of it.
He's got to get his bread on the court.
That's fair, but yeah, he might be spending all that money on fucking.
Man, this playoff bracket is confusing looking with the
play-in.
Where are you looking at the one where it has like all the arrows and shit?
No, I don't have that one.
Oh yeah, dude, the one that I'm looking at is wild. So yeah, the T-Wolves are gonna play.
Yeah, the winner.
So
the winner of the 9th and 10th game.
Yeah, the T-Wolves will play the winner of this game. The Heat and the Bulls will play to fill the final playoff spot in the East, that 8th seed.
Yeah.
And the winner of that plays Milwaukee.
Winner of the T-Wolves and the Pelicans Thunder plays
Nuggets. Well, let's go ahead and let's just do a quick little rundown of these. Obviously, we can't really talk about the number 1 seed playoff series. I mean, we could if we. I mean, personally,
we could for the East. We can't for the West yet.
I think
no, I guess we can't for either.
I think Miami's going to beat Chicago, and I think they'll play the Bucks.
Yeah, I got Miami too, and they'll play Bucks.
I agree with that.
And I really, I'm gonna go ahead and just start it off. I think Miami will beat Milwaukee in the first round.
Wow. I don't know.
I'm just shooting it out of my ass. Only because Milwaukee and Miami over the years have a little playoff rivalry. They've gone back and forth the past couple years.
Well, you're a Jimmy Butler guy, aren't you? That's why.
I got Jimmy Butler jersey in the room. I should have wore it tonight. Damn.
He loves Butler and Tyler Hero, bro. That's his fucking hero.
Yeah, remember when he used to be a Clippers fan?
I wasn't a Clippers fan. I was a Chris Paul fan.
I remember that.
I was a Chris Paul fan. I'm still a Chris Paul fan. I was just telling Evan.
So are you a 76ers fan?
No, I'm just a Jimmy Butler fan. We've had this conversation
But
before.
you like the Pirates.
I don't have... Yeah, but if Pittsburgh had a basketball team, I would like their basketball team.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, but I've gone on to, on Steelers Twitter, I've seen people, ask the same question, and people are like, no, we don't like Philly. We don't like Philly.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm not going to like Philly.
Yeah, Philly's different.
I don't want to be the Pittsburgh guy who goes to
Eagles.
Pittsburgh
That's
and
for the
fucking...
Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But yeah, only because they've had kind of a back and forth little playoff rivalry going. I don't think Milwaukee will probably win. I would like to see Miami win just because I do like Miami. I like Jimmy Butler. I like their team. I like Eric Spoelstra. So it would be cool to see. Just hearing some news about Giannis today as well. Did you guys see what he said today? He almost retired in 2020 because his mental health was so bad he couldn't
His what?
His mental health was just super bad. I guess he was super depressed or there was just something going on in his head, and he considered walking away from the game until he was fully cleared. And I'm sure he probably said that to the Bucks, and they were like, okay, hold on, we're gonna do anything. Which honestly, that probably makes so much sense as to why his fucking brother has a roster spot on that team. Because what does he do other than sit on the bench?
1,000%.
What does his brother do other than sit right next to Giannis? Next time you watch a Bucks game, every time Giannis isn't on the floor, his brother is sitting right next to him.
That's probably.
And I'm not trying to be a dick, but
makes sense. That's a good move on the Bucks' part.
I mean, it is. He's kind of like Udonis. Am I saying his name wrong?
Udonis Haslem?
Udonis. That man was literally on the fucking team to be a motivator. Hey, he dropped 24 in his last game though. His last regular season game.
They give him a rocking chair.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
No fucking way.
They
brought it out for his pregame entrance. They fucking brought it out.
It was an all black. It was an all black painted rocking chair.
That's fire.
Sick.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna say Miami based off of pure fandom, but I think the Bucks will win.
Yeah, I got Bucks for sure.
I got Cavs. Fuck the Knicks.
I got Cavs and
dude, I think Donovan Mitchell, after what Shaq said, he can't get it done. I feel like Donovan just gotta prove it. I feel like Donovan the dog.
He's gonna 5, but I feel like the Knicks are gonna give a bit of a fight. I got
the Knicks are a good team.
I got Cavs in 6.
Yeah, I still think the Cavs though.
Give me Cavs. All right. I got 76ers easy money.
For sure.
Give me 76ers and 4.
But I want to say Nets so bad just because of Bridges.
They're dog shit. Bridges has been going crazy for
me. I think Nets in 5. Or sorry, Sixers in 5. Sixers in 5.
Yeah. Celtics
for sure.
Yeah, Celtics in 4.
I think Celtics are going to be the one to go all the way again.
Celtics in 4.
I don't know. I feel like they could win it.
Oh, dude, I want to see Celtics versus 76ers.
The Eastern? Yeah.
Well, I think Embiid's ready to go.
They wouldn't be in the championship.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I really would like to see Embiid finally make it to a conference finals, get to the actual finals. That'd be sick. Especially since we've been trusting the process for so long.
Wouldn't they meet before that though?
Because they're 3 and 2.
If they both win, I think they see each other after this round.
I don't know.
Well, it's the highest seed. The highest seeds will play the lowest seed. So if Milwaukee wins,
they would play 5-4.
They would play the winner of probably. I mean, they would play the Nets if they win.
Got a huge proposition.
Milwaukee
would play if the
Nets.
No,
I'm pretty sure they play.
Guess who's coming here on
the Nets,
Sunday?
They play the Cavs Knicks winner. It's already predetermined.
No, I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
$40 tickets.
No, because they would play. It's just like in the NFL. The next round they play the highest. The highest seed plays the lowest remaining seed.
Run it.
They will probably play. They will probably play the winner of the Cavs and Knicks series because there's no way I can't imagine the Nets actually beat the Sixers. Evan, you're a basketball guy. Chime in on this conversation with us.
Evan, come here. Look at this.
We're talking NBA playoffs.
Never mind. He just sat down with her.
Oh my God, dude! This guy's fucking sitting down for hours playing games. You can't
No,
get
dude,
up for
I'm
a
pretty
second.
sure it's already predetermined. It's like it's a fixed bracket. It's not like they just take the lowest seed and then place that against the first place.
Yeah, we're not gonna know. But first round, so we all have Cavs, we all have 76ers, and we all have Celtics. And Coop has fucking.
I got an
Heat.
upset Heat. Wouldn't
I don't know. Who knows?
I don't
Yeah,
know. We'll
I'm
see.
pretty
Who
sure
gives a
that they
fuck?
play the winner of the Cavs Knicks. But
They do.
yeah, it's already just like predetermined that they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see about that. But Evan, who you got? Who you got in each series? First of all, who you got winning between the Heat and the Bulls? Take the final playoff spot.
Bulls. Oh, I'm going.
Okay. All
Bulls
right.
are
Clean sleep on Heat.
barely.
Barely. Yeah.
Good comeback, but
I was gonna say
that
great
sucks.
comeback, just like
Kim K.
MK.
MK. Shout out Ray J.
A show.
Shout out, Ray
J.
Oh, Buck.
Tough. We all said Cavs.
Oh,
I'm saying Cavs in 6.
Knicks. Honestly,
Knicks are too young, bro. They don't have
Knicks
what
have
it
been
takes.
on fire.
Really? You're going Knicks?
Knicks are solid.
All right.
Shout out Worldwide Wob.
Sixers, but I would love to see the Nets.
I'd
take
love to
it.
see the
what we
Nets.
said
That's what I'm
too,
saying,
but-
man.
Oh, Celtics. Celtics might win it all.
Spencer said the same thing.
Celtics are nice.
All right, so right now, what's the score to this game? With 3 minutes left? Oh, man, we can't really,
Give me New Orleans.
Yeah, unfortunately,
OKC is so young, dude. Dude,
unfortunately,
their average age is like 22.8 years. They're so young. They're going to be good for so long,
wow,
dude.
this game is really good. Unfortunately, we might not be able to pick that series, so. Yeah,
Oh,
no
they
matter
just
what,
tied
it's
it.
the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I agree.
Nuggets
No
in
matter
first
what, it's the
round.
Nuggets.
Yep.
All right, Grizzlies, Lakers. I'm going to go ahead and give my pick. I'm picking Lakers
Yeah, I
in
got
6.
Lakers.
I got Lakers in that one too.
I got Lakers in
Fuck
6.
the Grizzlies.
You guys are crazy.
Nah, fuck them.
Yeah, the Grizzlies are going to wax the
I
Lakers.
got Lakers in 6.
Oh,
Lakers in
you
6.
guys are crazy.
Fuck the Grizzlies. I don't care. I don't want to. I don't
Oh,
want
my
to see
God.
them shine.
Kenny Lofton's about to put 80 in his place.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Bro, he's a bowling ball.
Honestly, low-key,
sick.
80's
He's
been
a
playing
dog,
kind of soft.
dude.
80's been
Kenny
playing kind
Lofton
of
is a
soft.
Kenny Lofton's a
savage.
dog.
Savage.
All right, well, what about your series, the Clippers and Suns?
Listen, obviously I'm biased. I'm going to go Clippers.
Give me Sunnies.
I don't know, dude. I
I got Suns.
Series.
It's gonna be.
Sick.
It's probably the one that I'm most excited for
You
out of
need
all of
Paul
them.
It's gonna be
George, though.
sick.
If he doesn't fucking. You need Paul George to guard
I
Booker.
agree. Paul
I don't
George
know,
is
dude.
he's an
I'm-
X factor.
We need Paul George to cover Booker.
I think the Suns are gonna win, but dude, I feel
Might
like
be Suns in 7, low key.
I feel like Clippers
Gonna be
could.
a
I feel like Clippers could make some noise and steal this series.
Bro,
They could.
Wouldn't
I think
that
we
be
could.
just
I feel like they
so
could.
poetic? Russ goes back and plays fucking.
Beats KD.
Beats
I mean,
LeBron.
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
Goes and beats the Lakers.
Well, I think we would only see them in the Western Conference Finals, though. It wouldn't happen until fucking very last game
That'd
in
be
the West.
wild.
My whole thing is like,
Russell
Yes.
just
That would be
dunking
crazy.
on LeBron.
obviously the Suns.
Game winner.
Obviously, the Suns have KD, and the Suns are actually undefeated when KD, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker are on the floor together. I think they're like 6-0, 7-0. But you can't count out the Claw. You can't count out Kawhi Leonard. That Clippers team, they have a really good roster. Fantastic role players around Kawhi. If Paul George does come back and he's even half of what he usually is, could make some noise, man. It could be a good series. And the last time these two played, it went to 6 games, right? Or it went to 7, no?
It went to 7,
It
yeah.
went to 7?
It went to 7, and that was only Paul George. That was without
That's
Kawhi.
right.
We had
That's
no
right.
Russ.
That was when Pat Bev shoved the shit out of Chris Paul, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dirty
right.
player.
Okay.
I want to know, do you like Russ?
Oh, dude, I love him on my team.
He's been playing-
This
he's
is
been
the
playing
Russ
really
that we've
well.
been waiting to see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ever since the Lakers organization did not appreciate Russ at all, and it affected him, I think, mentally and physically as well.
Yeah, now he's getting shine. He's up.
Yeah, now the Clippers organization brought him with open arms. He looks happy all the time. Like, he looks like the Russ
He's
that
playing
we've been
back in
waiting
his normal
for.
form, yeah.
All right, sweep. 49ers. Just kidding. What are they called? The Warriors.
Dude, give me Sacramento. Give me Sacramento.
Dumb as
No
hell.
Give me
way,
Sacramento.
dude.
Give me Sacramento.
No.
Give me
Hell,
Sacramento.
boy.
Light the beam! Light the beam! meme. I fucking love that shit.
Honestly,
dude.
like this series though because it's like battle for the Northern California.
Did you guys see this is the first time that Sacramento's playing on primetime since 2017?
Oh my.
Hey, I got one thing to say. Like the meme.
I don't think it's crazy that all 4 California teams
All right.
are
Yeah.
in.
That is crazy. I didn't think about that.
California.
Yeah, definitely
Warriors.
You're dumb if you're not picking the Warriors.
Dubs for sure.
Yeah.
That's fucking
I'll be
wild.
laughing at you guys in 2 weeks when Sacramento's moving on.
Hey, we'll see. Either way, we got playoff basketball. It's an exciting time.
Yeah, either way, we got playoff basketball. We got. What's going on?
Warriors are up 1, 28 seconds left.
OKC.
Warriors.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, they're playing.
OKC's up.
We got playoff basketball to start this weekend after the play-ins, and we got playoff basketball. We got some great golf coming up. We got great fights. We got the draft in 2 weeks. Sports world might have been asleep for a couple weeks, but it's coming back up.
Yeah, stay on your toes. Sideline Banter's going to
Stay
bring some
on
bangers to you.
your
Unorthodox
toes.
bangers. It doesn't have to be all football. We can get jiggy with it.
Oh no, we are getting jiggy with it. We're not a football exclusive pod anymore.
Yeah,
okay?
we're called Sideline Banter. There's a lot. Every sport's got a
the logo
sideline.
is-
We could be on the sideline for any sport.
The
Hockey.
logo is
I
pictures
don't know.
of
You
me
might,
and
you
Weston.
might see
and-
it.
Hockey playoffs do start next week.
I don't know.
Yeah,
hockey
that's
that
true,
well,
dude.
but
They always go at the
I
same
don't know
time.
hockey
Huh?
that well,
We
but
all pick a team and see if we can ride them to the playoffs.
what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Well, if the Penguins make it, then I will, but I don't think they're
because
gonna.
they fucking suck.
Well, I know they lost, but there's still a chance. They were saying today that they can
Small
still get in.
I thought,
Right.
dude, I thought everybody in the fucking NHL gets in.
No.
Really?
I don't know. It's like there's a lot of teams.
But hey,
I don't know. I don't follow hockey that
thank
much.
you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining. This has been another fantastic episode of Sideline Banter. I'm your host, Cooper Post. Joining me, as always, Weston Murphy. Behind the camera, we got Spencer Sankey and our, I guess, regular guest who comes on for the last 30 minutes of every episode, Evan Gilbert. Thank you guys again for watching. Don't forget to follow us at _Sideline Banter on Instagram and Twitter. Find us on YouTube at Sideline Banter. You can listen to us on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, and anywhere you get your podcasts. New episodes every Thursday at 8 a.m. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that download button for us. And again, I said at the beginning of the show, if you can tell me what this is from, slow down, baby. You can be a guest on the episode. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.